Let's get this show on the road.
This is the College Gamers Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the College Gamers Podcast. Came in there a little loud. Sorry. This is the podcast for anyone who plays video games. You don't have to be a college student. You could be in high school, or you can be a graduate, or you can be a high school graduate. It doesn't really matter. But we talk about video games in general. I am your host, Mike, and I am joined today by Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Mike.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better. I was sick earlier and it was miserable. But
Oh, no.
I'm finally feeling better, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's hard to do a show while you're sick. I understand that.
Oh yeah.
We still miss Taft. I should let you know. It wasn't last week, but the week before. I was watching E3 stuff and like reading E3 stuff, and he was Snapchatting me how he was like dancing at a bar somewhere in like Ireland or something.
That sounds about right.
And I was like, well, I guess that just shows the difference between me and him. I sit alone in my room, and I want everyone to go away. And he's always been a socialite. But
see, what's funny is he said, like, you don't think I'm going to be digging up a castle while watching E3, but then he doesn't watch E3.
we don't know that. We haven't confirmed that yet. I can't text him because on Wednesday night, my phone, my Nexus 5X, decided to go into a boot loop. And it just keeps trying to restart over and over again. And the only way I can make it actually boot into the operating system is by sticking it in the fridge for 20 minutes.
All right, then.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. I think it's a hardware thing, but this isn't a tech podcast, so we don't need to talk about that. That's weird stuff. That's not video games. But some highlights coming up for this next week. It's going to be a very busy week for me. Last week was busy. This next week is going to be crazy because Monday I am leaving to drive up to Utah for Nerdtacular. It's a podcasting convention held by Scott Johnson and the Frog Pants Studios Network people. And it's an amazing convention from what I've heard. This will be my first year going, and unfortunately will be the last year that Nerdtacular happens. So I'm very happy I finally had the opportunity to go, even though it's the last one. I've always wanted to go there. So we won't have a show next week, but last week on Monday I did an awesome interview with Kyle Ferguson over there at the he does Into the Nexus over on the amove.tv network, and we had an awesome conversation about video games, how he coaches in Heroes of the Storm, and just his experience as a podcaster in general. That was really awesome. Also, on Wednesday, I had the awesome opportunity to be a guest on the Zombies Ate My podcast with Ryan Murphy and friends, and we talked about E3 and zombies. So,
did you really? That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we talked about what would be the most dangerous like zombie animal. And everyone was like an elephant, but I was like, no, zombie squirrels, because they're everywhere, and while you're sleeping, they'll come up and chew your neck out. So good time was had by all. Go check that out. I really recommend it. It was a good time. It was an awesome show with good people. So Adam, you were also busy last week. You were gone. Where did you go? I'm so confused.
For which one?
You went on a mission trip at some point, and I couldn't tell if you left the state or not.
Oh no, we were so what that was is my youth group hosted a youth group from Kentucky. It's crazy. They drove from Kentucky. It was like 13 hours. I don't know how they did it. But yeah, we just hosted them, and we partnered up with St. Bernard Project to work on some flooded homes. And it was nice to help out the people and help people get back into their homes, but I hope I never have to do housework like that again.
Yeah, it's still crazy that it's almost been a year and people are still recovering from that flood. I'm assuming it was from the flood, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's crazy. But anything else before we get into the news?
Don't think so.
Awesome. Yeah, people don't care about us. People just want to talk about video games, man.
And now for the news.
All right, let's open up this week with there has been some serious drama in the GTA community. This has been happening over the past almost 2 weeks. And I kind of took 1 week off just because of like prepping to leave for Utah, and like E3 really burned me out. So I was like, I really don't feel like reading anything video game related for a little bit. And I get back on, and there's all this hubbub about OpenIV and Take-Two, who owns, I believe, Rockstar, who develops GTA 5 and the Grand Theft Auto series. And apparently, so about 2 weeks ago, Take-Two sent cease and desist letters to several modding tools in the GTA community. Several of these were basically cheat engines for online. But unfortunately, one of them, OpenIV, is a modding tool used strictly for single player. The developers put in checks to make sure that people can only use it for single player. And if you have OpenIV and you try to use multiplayer, it says you have a modified version of GTA and you're not allowed to access online.
Okay.
Well, they got a cease and desist letter as well, as I said. And they were forced to stop making mods. Like, people couldn't download the tool anymore. If you still had the tool, you could still use it, but new people couldn't download it, and they had to stop developing for it, so it would no longer get updates.
For single player?
Yes, just for single player. This is what OpenIV was used for, and it was used both for GTA 4, 5, Max Payne 3. It was also this tool could also be used in mod. It was first released back in 2008. But Take-Two believes that OpenIV was enabling online cheating, and so they were sent a cease and desist. The owner decided to take it down, and the community just went nuts. They started a petition on change.org. Last time I checked, which was I think yesterday, the day before, had over 78,000 signatures or supporters. Also, the Steam page for GTA was flooded with negative reviews. The positive rate of recent reviews on Steam was at 13%. And the overall rating was down to 64% positive, which is really bad on Steam. That's bad on Steam. 13%? I've never seen a game on 13% before. So obviously Take-Two was in some deep shit. They heard the community, especially after this huge uproar. And last time I checked, OpenIV can now be downloaded again. And I believe the developer said that, okay, there's an open dialogue between Take-Two and the developer of OpenIV. So I think they're talking about, like, okay, what are the rules we can set in place for future? I'm not going to assume too much about what they're talking about, but you can download the tool again. So it looks like the community got what they want. And maybe as other developers have learned, and Take-Two is now among them, that if you screw with gamers, we will bite your hand off. Let's see. I'm just going to go into their store page right now. Adam, what do you think? Do you think it's fair to give a game a bad rating if they mess with one of your if they mess with the modding tool?
I mean, I can see what they were doing here. Like, obviously you shouldn't use mods like this on multiplayer because that's obvious cheating. But I mean, just mods for like single player, I mean, that's just you screwing around. There's like, I've seen videos where people like turn into Hulk or Flash and like kill everybody there. I mean, that's fun to do on single player. Like, yeah, don't let them use cheats or mods on multiplayer, but let them do whatever they want on single player.
Oh yeah, because who else are you gonna bother? No one. It's just you.
Exactly.
You know? But let's see, I'm looking at the Steam page right now, and it is 14%. Okay, over 55,000 users have given it. Let's see, 14% of 55,000 users have given it a positive rating in the past 30 days. That's bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a little unfair that they were giving a great game. GTA 5 is a great game negative reviews because the community didn't agree with the company. But but also it was unfair. Like I didn't agree with them taking down a single player modding tool because it's just not fair. Now, from Take-Two's perspective, they were probably trying to set a precedent where like we don't like modding tools. Mods are okay, but I don't know. I don't think it was fair. And honestly, I support the community. And if you don't agree with Take-Two, screw them. Like give them a bad review. But if you give them a bad review because you don't agree with what they're doing, if they do change their mind, please go back and give them a positive review, because you should give them positive feedback if they're listening to their community.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that I believe it's been confirmed. I read about it yesterday. Let's just see. I'm going to do a follow-up right here. Here we go. One day ago, PC Gamer GTA modding tool OpenIV receives an update signaling developer will continue. So it looks like they're continuing development. So that means everyone who's given it a negative review should go back and give them positive feedback for listening to the community. I think that's what should happen. But anyway, all right. What we got next, Adam?
We actually have a little bit of Dragon Ball Z here. So there's this game called Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It was, who was this? This was at Microsoft's E3 conference.
That game looked lit.
Yeah, it looked really cool. It's developed by Arc System Works. They're the people that do Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Persona 4, and it's a fighter. It's on a 2D plane, but it's in 3D, so it's kind of like a combination of like Street Fighter and the Naruto games. Yeah. So it makes it feel more like Dragon Ball, like a Dragon Ball Z.
It's like a
situation.
Injustice, where the models are 3D, but you can only scroll back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's getting a new character because its roster was actually pretty small. Previously, you could only they only confirmed Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Cell, Frieza, and Boo. But in Jump Magazine, they revealed that Future Trunks is going to be added to the roster, which, I mean, that's cool, but, I mean, that roster's still really small for a fighting game.
That is still very small.
Oh, yeah. Especially, like, someone with me, with Smash 4 has 58 characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you take a look at something like this.
It's puny. Nowadays, that's such a small... Like, even Naruto has a very large roster because of all the characters they have.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to hear this because Dragon Ball is a huge universe. They have a lot of characters they can put in a fighting game.
Yeah, like they could do like Kid Goku, maybe not really Kid Vegeta, but like what about what's corrupted Vegeta's name? No.
Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, like they could do that, like modifications to those characters.
Yeah.
Surprised.
But let's see. Yeah, that's about all we get from this. There's no real details or gameplay footage, but we know he's going to be able to use his sword and Super Saiyan transformation like the other Super Saiyan Transformers can do. And there are plans for a closed beta in the near future, but again, there's not much more details on that. And it's set to release early 2018 on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Nice. I'm curious. How many Super Saiyans do we have now? Is it 4? 3 gets you super long hair. 4 turns you into like half monkey, right?
Oh, what's funny is Super Saiyan 4 is technically canon, but not really.
Oh wait, why is that? I thought it was
because Dragon. Wait, go ahead.
I thought it was in the show.
It was, but it was in Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball GT was written by the original author, and it happens after the Buu saga, but so does the new one, which is Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball GT has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, so it's just like a spin-off in the same universe or something?
Something like that.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to... in the past, we were talking about Square Enix decided to sell off IO Interactive, and the fate of the Hitman series was in question. They wasn't sure if IO was going to get the IP, Square Enix was going to give it to someone else. But we now know that IO Interactive was given complete control of the Hitman IP. They'll continue to work on it. And IO Interactive has officially gone independent. They are now their own company. They can choose their own direction where they can take the game wherever they want to go, and that's really exciting because maybe they'll have more freedom for the Hitman game that we haven't seen in the past. But there is still some concern as the IO Interactive was hit with some layoffs, especially affecting the Hitman team. Now, that might have been in preparation for going independent. They had to cut some staff because they weren't getting the funding from Square Enix that they were used to. But I'm excited to see what they bring to Hitman, and I'm excited about this. Adam, any thoughts? Have you seen the new Hitman games?
Not really.
Not games. Well, it's interesting because instead of releasing one big Hitman game, they have been releasing these episodes where they're kind of like, it's basically a series of DLCs. And in each episode, you have a target, and there's like a lot of ways to find and kill that target. Like, it's very, I hear there's a lot of like, there are several ways you can kill the same person, and it's fun to find all the ways. But in fact, I'm thinking of getting it because I think the first 2 episodes are free right now on Steam.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but let's move on, and I'll report back on that. But what's coming up next? What we got?
So this is just what we got from E3 about the Breath of the Wild DCs.
All right.
Because I got to talk about some Breath of the Wild here.
Of course.
So at E3, we finally got, if you watch Nintendo's E3, we finally got some gameplay footage for the first DLC, which is the Master Trials. So we see that Master Mode, that's the hard mode. It ups all enemies by 1 level. So like, you play the Great Plateau. You know the red bokoblins?
Oh yes.
Yeah, those don't exist anymore. Those are up to blue bokoblins.
Okay, and that's because they're too easy?
Yeah, because all enemies are upped by 1 level, so wherever a red bokoblin would be, it's a blue bokoblin. And previously, silver was the highest level, but now it can get up to gold. And I'm not looking forward to fighting the gold Lionels, because Lionels are hard enough to fight as it is as silver, so imagine gold.
Oh, God. All right. I don't know, dude.
All I know work out.
All I know is that game is hard, and I died way too many times for the beginning. For the beginning area.
Once you get the rhythm of it, it gets easier.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that could actually end up working out because the stronger an enemy is, it is tougher, but it usually has better gear. And I think the Lionel weapons are actually some of the best weapons you can get in the game, so maybe we'll get better weapons out of that.
Nice.
Yeah, Master Mode ups all enemies by 1. They slowly regenerate health, so that's going to be fun. They also spot you more easily. It's not easy to sneak around anymore.
Darn, it's no longer Metal Gear Zelda.
Yeah. And the good thing about this is you don't have to clear normal mode. If you want to go straight into Master Mode, you just start a new save file on that, and I think it still saves your old game.
Nice. I hear it doesn't take up your current save.
That's what I'm hoping, that you can be on the same profile and do save file for normal mode and Master Mode.
I gotcha. Do you get anything special for completing the game in hard mode?
Not sure.
They have to give you something. We probably won't know until someone does it.
Probably, yeah.
Because it seems like quite the challenge, but
oh yeah,
they have to give you something. Hopefully, it's not another golden shit.
Yeah.
All right. You good to move on?
See if there was anything else. There was the new armors, the travel medallion. We've talked about most of this before.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw some of the footage of the actual trial of the Master Sword. This was pretty interesting because it was do you know about Eventide Island in Breath of the Wild?
I do not. What is that?
It's in the south east of the map, I think. It's you need a lot of stamina to get it because you have to paraglide for a while, so you usually don't get there till late game. What it does is the entire island is a shrine, and you're stripped of everything. Like you lose all your weapons, bows, shields, materials. Like you lose everything. You start basically like you're at the beginning of the game,
Okay.
and you have to find these 3 orbs and put them in 3 pedestals. But the gist of it is you're stripped of everything and you're just down to your skill.
Oh yeah, I see that. It is kind of far off. I'm looking at the map. Interesting. So wait, what's the story of you losing all your stuff?
You just get to the island because it knows you get to the island late game.
Okay.
The gist of it is it tests your skill as a warrior or player
I got
for the
you.
developers. But yeah, you lose everything and you have to, like, you don't rely on the high class items you've acquired. Like you rely on your skill as a player.
Okay. Can you do it more than once?
I don't think so, unless you
Okay.
do another save file.
Okay. I was curious. If that's something that if you go back to a second time, it gets harder. Kind of like another challenge mode, but since they're already adding that, I guess not.
Yeah, basically the Trial of the Master Sword is just like Eventide Island. It strips you of everything, and you have to clear 45 rooms of enemies that get progressively harder. And if you do that, clear them all, then the Master Sword will glow blue like it does when you're at like areas of Ganon's influence or fighting Guardians or something.
Nice.
And
45,
this
damn.
is the first of the 2 DLC packs. This one comes out June 30th, so actually about 5 days.
Nice. All right.
And the second one is called The Champion's Ballad, and that doesn't have a release date yet, but it's set to release around Christmas or New Year's.
I'm excited. That looks like it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for more
That's
story.
gonna be pretty cool.
Hopefully it.
Yeah, because this is new original story.
Do you think it's gonna finish the main storyline?
From what it looks like, it's gonna be more backstory on the champions. It doesn't look like it's gonna be after Ganon because it's about the 4 champions and that can't be post Ganon.
I gotcha. It's probably gonna be pre Ganon, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Nice. All right. Well,
Which that was a little disappointing because, I mean, it's cool that we get more backstory on the champions, but I would have liked to have seen something after Ganon because now it just looks like there's not going to be anything post Ganon. It's still going to be no way out of it.
well, if you when you beat Ganon, it just resets you, and that's not very satisfying. You know, like you still
Exactly.
have the giant windy thing going around the castle. Like it'd be nice if they give like just like be part of be part of the DLC where it's like, oh hey, when you beat him, you can actually, you know, it actually just kind of like makes the clouds look nice or something. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's just some art, and like maybe if you go near the castle or if you go back to his room wherever you fight him, you have the choice to like, oh hey, do you want to relive this fight? And then maybe it has some like daydream sequence, and you can re-enter the combat. You know,
Exactly.
that'd be pretty cool. But speaking of pretty cool, Overwatch got a new map. The Horizon Lunar Colony map has finally gone live. It was in PTR for a little bit, but we finally got it, and it brings Overwatch players to space. Brings us to the moon, where there was a lab on the moon experimenting with monkeys, and it's actually part of Winston's origin story. And at some point, the monkeys rebelled. I think is what they're hinting at, and essentially things didn't go so well.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's Moon of the Apes, right? Because like the moon isn't a full planet, so we Moon of the Apes. But it kind of brings us back there and allows players to kind of put pieces of the puzzle together and figure out what happens. Also, it adds some new mechanics to the game, like a low gravity area, where you know you can kind of like fly a bit more. I hear Junkrat is crazy overpowered because he's like a Pharah that shoots faster with his grenade launcher, because you know his grenades obey gravity, kind of like the Demo Man in Team Fortress. But now in low gravity, his grenades shoot a bit more straight. So I hear it's been a lot of fun.
That could be dangerous.
Yes. Also with new map, we also got some changes. McCree, they buffed his ult. Oh my god. So if you don't know, McCree's ult is called Deadeye, and what happens is like he blurts out the words "It's high noon," and
I've seen so many memes about that.
yeah, and then like these little circles will go around people's heads, and when the circle shrinks and becomes a skull, if you then trigger his ult again, he one-shots and does, like, I bet he essentially, like, one-shot kills anyone who's locked on. Well, lately his ult has been getting, like, maybe 1 or 2 kills. Like, it's really easy to dodge because you just need to, like, hide around a corner and wait a few seconds, and then he eventually goes away. But now, see, right now, it did take 0.8 seconds to lock, and now it takes 0.2. So he can lock on 75% faster. Like, it takes a fourth of the time, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. Reaper also got his passive healing changes. So in the past, when you kill someone, he drops an orb, and you can take those orbs. It adds health. Now the health healed is just like how much damage is with the shotgun. So it's more passive rather than it's kind of like a large burst at the end of combat. All right. This is the change I was dreading. I was hoping...
did they keep that Roadhog shotgun nerf?
Yes. God damn it. They did. I was really hoping the community would, like, lash out, like, go on Steam and give Overwatch bad ratings or, I don't know, change.org shit. But no, they kept it. His hitbox has been reduced. Bullet damage has been decreased. Rate of fire has been increased. Clip size has gone from 4 to 5. And we talked about this a while ago, but it was still in PTR. It wasn't in the live game. It is now, and I am upset. But I have not... It's been such a busy week. I haven't had the opportunity to go in and actually kind of experiment with the new Roadhog. So I'm hoping to have some time next time we record to do that.
Yeah, I remember talking about this. You were hoping so much that they didn't bring this into the live.
Yes, and I'm disappointed, but you know what? I'm going to give it a fair shot. I haven't actually tried it yet in game. I'm going to do it. If I have some time later today, I'll probably try it, and I'll be able to report back next show. But yeah, I just kind of disappointed, but like I said, I need to try it first. But yeah.
I mean, that does ruin one of his key combos, you said, right?
Yes, but at the same time, that combo, the hook shotgun melee combo was overpowered. Just because I hook someone, I can instantly kill them. As a Roadhog player, I'm very pleased by that. I really like being able to kill just about anyone who makes eye contact with me. But if I'm playing, Lucio, and I'm zipping around the wall, having a good time, healing my teammates, and I just get hooked out of nowhere and I die, that's frustrating because I didn't have a chance to fight back. So
I see that.
I understand where Blizzard is coming from. Now, by increasing his rate of fire, they've kept his DPS the same. That means over time he does more damage, but they at the same time kept how much damage he did while nerfing that combo. And I think that's what they were trying to do. And it doesn't matter how much like razzle frazzle we acted up about, they were going to keep this anyway. Okay. So I understand both sides. I'm disappointed as a Roadhog player. As everyone else who doesn't play Roadhog is very, very happy because it's a very annoying combo when you're not him. But yeah, I think I'll live. I think Roadhog will find a space. I'm okay with the headshot. I mean, the hitbox shrinking. I felt like Hanzo could like blink his eyes and just headshot me from across the map. So I'm happy. All right, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is getting remastered.
Yeah.
Wait,
the Modern Warfare remastered.
Yeah, it was already remastered, right? So what's going on now?
So with this, you could only previously get this. This is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. You could only get it if you got the special edition of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But now it's finally come to its own standalone. Like, you don't have to... Like, it's on its own.
Okay, that's nice, because I didn't really feel like getting Infinite Warfare? Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like getting that, but I really enjoyed the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I really enjoyed it. And...
Unfortunately, it's only on PS4 right now.
What? Oh. Suck my keyboard, PS4.
Yeah, so Activision did confirm the Modern Warfare Remastered. It's only on PS4. It'll be released on the PlayStation Store this Tuesday, the 27th, for $40. But it's not coming out on anything else right now. They did note that it'll be coming out on other platforms, so that probably means Xbox One, PC, and that'll be soon. But there's no details on that. And standardly, what they do with this is it usually comes out about a month later. But with something as big as this, we just have no idea.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. This remastered version has the entire campaign from the original 2007 game, and the graphics and audio are updated, as well as an improved multiplayer mode.
See, I really enjoyed the first Modern Warfare's multiplayer. I spent so long. That was probably the first shooter I grinded on to get a skin. Because, okay, in the first one, they had that semi-automatic sniper rifle. And I would always play hardcore. And for some reason, everyone would always use the Beretta because they thought it was the best gun in the game. But when you play hardcore, it does a lot of extra damage. And I would use the semi-automatic rifle, the sniper rifle, because you don't need the extra damage, so I could kill faster. And I don't know, for some reason I felt like a really cool kid. I was like, I figured this out. But I grinded on that game to get, I think, the blue tiger skin. You had to get like 100 headshots or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long grind, but I did it. And I don't know,
Congratulations.
Yeah, I have a lot of fondness for the first Modern Warfare. And what that used to be. It didn't used to be a lot of sprinting around constantly, Back in my day, we weren't sprinting off the walls and throwing grenades and getting random kills. We were acting as a squad. Where's my crane? Oh, my teeth fell out.
All right then.
Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. I'm leaving for a cross-country drive in a few days, so I'm kind of crazy right now.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. I don't know. You excited for this, Adam?
I might get it because I do like the originals, but I think Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite.
It was. I don't know. I liked 1 and 3. I thought 2 was okay. Not to put down your choice down. 2 was a good game. All the Modern Warfares were a good game. I just preferred, I think, the mechanics of 1 and 3. But also I liked how the story was wrapped up in the third one.
Yeah, I do think you're probably right. It's just I think Modern Warfare 2 was like my first real shooter.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. Why did you play 2 before you played 1?
I don't think I ever played 1.
What? Oh, you're missing out. You gotta play this. I recommend it. But, okay, wait. Why didn't you ever get it on the Wii?
Did it come out on the Wii?
Yes, the first Modern Warfare was out on the Wii. I think we've had this conversation.
Oh wait, the original Wii?
Yes.
I don't have the original Wii. I have a Wii U.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, whatever. They're both Wiis. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. I wouldn't mind playing this again, even though I believe I already have the first Modern Warfare, and hopefully those.
Updated graphics and audio.
Yeah, you can't say no to that, can you? No, I just have. No, wait. Yeah, I have. No, wait. I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. But just single player. So if I wanted the multiplayer, why did they sell that separately? Kiss my ass, Call of Duty.
Yeah, they used to do that real weird.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll get the multiplayer back. I might pick this up. That sounds like fun. I've been weirdly into shooters lately, but yeah. Our one last thing this week is so if you remember, Adam, this was the first E3 to be open to the public. In the past, they have been a press-only event. So like unless you wanted to fake a press pass or like being a press person, like we wanted to in the past, you could not get in. And I was really interested how this would affect the show, like how maybe people would like perception of games would change, like in the past we got really excited because we only saw trailers, but now that we're getting demos. Maybe people will be a bit more skeptical. We have more feedback about games. But Polygon did a really good piece. It's kind of a longish article, but they kind of did a follow-up on the reaction to E3 this year from the consumers, from non-press people, from the press people, and then from the people who actually ran the event. It was really interesting because it was crazy to hear stories of people they get in line, like they would open up lines for a demo, right? Like, say you wanted to go demo the new Legend of Zelda, challenge mode. Those lines would only be open for minutes, if not only a few hours, if not minutes, because the lines would max out and they close them, and people would wait 4 to 5 hours just to try a demo. And that would be your day, because at 3 o'clock, all the lines are closed and you have to go home. They told multiple stories of people like waiting 4 to 5 hours. That was a major complaint from consumers, was that lines for demos were way too long. Also, crowd control was very poor. I saw a few videos of like the Nintendo station would open and people were just running in, like not really forming lines or anything. So, like, I'm not surprised if this was their first public E3. Crowd control is a science, man, and Gamescom is open to the press and consumers, and they have been doing that for a very long time, and they have had practice doing it. But here's the thing, Gamescom has an advantage over E3, where E3 has a deal with the Los Angeles Convention Center until 2020. That means they can't move somewhere bigger. They can't move to a different, larger location. And what happens is Gamescom, they split the convention where there are places only consumers can go and there's place only press can go. And that fixes a lot of things that happened at E3 this year. E3 can't do that because, like I said, they're locked into the Los Angeles Convention Center, and they've probably, if they want to add consumers, they probably need a larger location. So,
okay,
the future of like consumers at E3 has been kind of like, are they going to do this again? Are they not? Do they have room for it? Because again, it was a lot more people. Though the developers of games, they really enjoyed the extra people because they thought it added a lot of new energy to the show. Everyone was a lot more energetic. So they said that I think it was they said that like certain not conferences, but certain like developers had better crowd control. Like Bethesda, they seemed to, a lot of people were very happy about how Bethesda handled the crowds, how they handled gamers. Like they seemed very passionate about their product. I thought that was really cool. And it's a really good read. Again, it's on Polygon. I would recommend checking it out. It's a little long, but it's good. I thought it was interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me because this is their first time doing it.
Yeah, it takes practice. I think the first 3 years are going to be a little rough. And I think it's probably going to stay rough until they can move out of Los Angeles, which I think during E3 I said they were in Las Vegas. They're not. They're in Los Angeles. I got the first word right. All right. You ready to move on, Adam?
Let's do it.
All right.
Put your quarter up.
Help, it's happening.
All right. It has been 2 weeks, Adam. I have not seen you since we saw EA's press conference. Let's talk about E3 because everyone is probably bored with E3, but we have yet, you and me, be able to sit down and talk about it. So I don't know. How many of the conferences did you actually manage to watch? Because I knew you were busy with your Kentucky friends or Tennessee friends.
They're from Kentucky.
Okay, wasn't sure.
So yeah, for the most part, it was just listening to the podcast episodes you did, but I did go back and try to look at some of the notes and some of the old footage. I know I did sit down and watch the Nintendo Spotlight all the way through for the most part, but the other ones I just caught mainly just a couple footages here and there and the notes.
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed Nintendo Spotlight. It was short, to the point. That Yoshi game, dude. That Yoshi game looks the graphics really surprised me. Like the gameplay looks really exciting. It reminded me of Yoshi's Island a little bit.
Which one was that?
Yoshi, just the Yoshi game. I think it's called like Yoshi.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. What'd you think? Are you excited for that?
I've never really played the the standalone Yoshi game. So I mean, it looks cool, but I might not get it.
I understand that. I played when I was younger. I played Yoshi's Island when you had to take care of Baby Mario, and he was the most whiny little pain in the ass child because if he wasn't on my back, he was crying, and the sound effects for his crying was always just like painful to listen to. But I'm excited. Like, my biggest concern about the eSwitch was the lineup of games. It's the reason why I haven't got one yet. Like, if it wasn't just a Zelda machine, I would have gotten one. And see, because I was shopping around, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play Zelda, but am I gonna move on and not be so excited about the Switch before new games come out? And seeing that Mario looks amazing. Yoshi
That did look pretty cool.
Yoshi looks awesome. Kirby has me excited, even though usually I'm not a big fan of Kirby, but it looked good.
Your Smash Bros. Experience speaks for that.
Yeah, it's because Cammy plays Kirby and it continuously eats me. And it's annoying as shit because I get the character I like. She eats me and steals my powers. I'm like, how is this even fair? He's the most he also flies. He flies. That's
It would surprise you to know that Kirby's actually not high on the tier list in Smash at all.
That's because he's such a trolly character and no one wants to play him. Anyway, but yeah, these games they announce are really exciting. Also, ARMS looks a little fun.
That looks pretty cool.
Did you see any of the ARMS gameplay?
I know I saw the trailer. I'm not sure if I saw the gameplay.
It looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited. It's really cool that they're using like the motion controls like that, especially in those handles. Though the thing I'm interested in is it looks like they're trying to turn it into an esport.
I think so, yeah.
And here's my concern. I don't like when people try to market games as esports. Oh, crap. Sorry. I was actually going to watch a video gameplay while we're... But I don't like when companies try to market games as an esport before they're even out. Because kind of a game gaining popularity and becoming an esport is something that should happen naturally and not... it shouldn't be forced, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it also adds a lot to the like longevity of the game, so I understand where it's coming from. But I'm excited about this. All right, the Mario game. Adam, you have to have thoughts.
That hat possession ability looks amazing.
Yes, it does. I love what could he possess? Like, we saw so many things.
I'm pretty sure as long as it was like sentient, he could possess it because he even possessed the little. Like, he possessed a bullet bill.
Yes.
I mean, how cool would that be?
That was cool. Like and he could like fly around. That was pretty cool. The dinosaur. I want to know what the story is behind that dino.
I really hope there's actually a T-Rex in there that you can possess.
I'm sure there is. Also, okay, did you see you could possess a person?
Yeah.
That's exciting. I'm 90% sure you can possess a taxi.
That would be interesting.
And I hope there's a whole mini game about like you trying to be a taxi and like trying to earn money to like go to the next world. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna be like an Italian immigrant and he's gonna start driving a taxi. I don't know. I hope there's a whole subplot. But the game was exciting, man. And it's really cool that it's almost like they gave it the whole Zelda treatment, where it's a game that has been kind of standard in the past, and like we kind of know what we get. They're completely revamping it, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, Nintendo's been really good at innovation, whether it be their games or their consoles.
Well, I think they lacked it the last few generations. The Wii was innovative. The Wii U was a flop. I think the numbers can tell us that.
Yeah,
but they instead of going back to a standard kind of like console, they innovated, which is what I swear it's one of their key, like their core components of Nintendo is innovation, and they brought us a Switch. They have strongly rebounded from the Wii U. And I think that maybe this re-energized the company, and that's how we're getting Zelda, we're getting Mario. I'm not too sure if they're totally revamping Yoshi. That looks pretty standard. It looks adorable though. Like Yoshi looks like he's made of yarn. Looks awesome. Kirby, I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with the Kirby games.
Yeah, me either.
I played I think Air Ride on the GameCube. And like me and my friends would play that and try to collect all the pieces of like a special, like it was the game where you were Kirby and you would fly around like these starboards.
Okay.
It was interesting. It was an interesting game, but I'm excited for what we saw. It looks good.
That does look pretty cool.
All right, what did you think of the Spider-Man game? Please tell me you saw the Spider-Man game.
Of course I did.
What did you think?
That looks amazing.
That looks so slick. Did you ever play the older Spider-Man game? I think on the PlayStation.
I had one on the N64.
Was it the one I'm thinking of where you could sling around New York? It was like this, but I guess older graphics.
Think? I'm not sure. I haven't played it in a while.
I think there was one on the PlayStation where you kind of had the same ability. You could like sling through New York. You know, it was kind of like an open world game.
Yeah.
But like this new one, first of all, it looks fluid. It looks really awesome. The combat looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like the combos you get in combat, like slinging, like you stick one guy to the wall, you sling that guy around and hit another guy. Like it looked awesome. I'm hearing a lot of comparisons to the Arkham series with Batman, how the combat is. It looks good. I'm excited though. We saw a lot of quick time events where we're like you press like X X Y Y X. You know, especially when the helicopter was falling. I don't know. We had a lot of examples of that, and I hope the whole game isn't like that. It's probably going to be a PlayStation exclusive, so I probably won't play it, but it does look good. Other than that,
makes me wish I had a PlayStation.
Yeah. Other than that, and after talking on Zombies at my podcast, I kind of got more excited for Days Gone. That's the whole zombie game.
Oh, the thing about Spider-Man, I think I remember y'all. Talking about it on your E3 coverage. But y'all were wondering who the voice actor is. I think it's the same voice actor as the English voice actor for Sasuke from Naruto.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Spider-Man is the Sasuke's English voice actor.
That's pretty cool. Good on that guy. I'm glad he's branching out from Naruto. You know, other than Days Gone, I was kind of disappointed by Sony's performance at E3. I felt like it was a lot of like they were really pushing their VR a lot. A majority of the games they showed was PlayStation VR, so I was disappointed. Though for some reason, everyone else thinks Sony. All right, I hate the phrase, but I'm going to say it anyway. Everyone thinks Sony won E3. I'm using the air quotations. Won, because I hate when people say they're like, "Oh, Nintendo won E3," but I don't agree with that. But you know, it looked good. I mean, I was excited for a lot of stuff they show. Ubisoft was awesome.
It was nice to see some of the companies do video only. That was pretty cool. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
I think Nintendo has done that like routinely in the past. This is Bethesda's first time doing that. The last two have been people on stage talking. Bethesda did strictly video with the whole like Bethesda land. That was a lot of fun. I was excited for Wolfenstein. That looks like a lot of fun, man.
That does look pretty good.
I mean, you're riding a robot dog that breathes fire. Yes, that's an automatic yes in my book. Ubisoft did a really good job this year. It wasn't awkward. It didn't feel forced. They did a good job. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Please tell me you saw the trailer for that.
I think so. Which one was that?
The monkey with the awesome fist like gauntlet thing. All right, Adam.
I'm trying to remember.
Adam, homework. After this podcast, you go and watch that right now. Not right now. After the podcast.
I'm sure I've seen it. I just can't remember which one it is.
So the monkey, he gives the guy the statue. The statue's made of chocolate. He uses his monkey fist to go through the window. No. Rewatch it.
Yeah, I'll probably go rewatch it.
Rewatch that's homework for you. Assassin's Creed looks great. Like, I think this is the Assassin's
Yeah, that
Creed.
looks really good.
I haven't played since 3. I think this is the game to get me back into the series.
I haven't
Especially
played since Brotherhood.
Well, especially since they slowed down development cycles. Instead of yearly Assassin's Creed games, which I think sunk the series, and now they're going to 2 years, that's enough time to polish a game. Just please don't screw up the PC port. Please don't. You can have a really good game and still mess with the PC port. Just saying. Skull and Bones looks awesome. It's like complete pirate combat. I just hope it's not just PvP. Like, that's what everyone was saying, was like, this game looks cool, but I hope it's not strictly PvP. Far Cry 5, I'm getting that game. I've already decided. There's not much to talk about. We saw some gameplay. It looks solid. One more thing. Star Wars. Please tell me. Yeah, you did see Star Wars with me.
Yeah.
We talked about this already. Go back to the first E3 episode, everyone. Listen to that. Star Wars looked awesome. Dude, Anthem looks amazing.
That does look good.
Because, like, they teased it at EA, but Microsoft finally showed it off. And is it weird to be aroused by a game trailer?
Sure.
Dude, that game looks amazing, and I'm so excited for it. And there's not much to say. Sea of Thieves. Skeptical what Sea of Thieves will bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like, sure, I can shoot my friend out of a cannon, but I don't know. They didn't really tell me what I was going to do in that game, and that's left me skeptical. Like, overall, what's my objective? Do I want to be the richest pirate? Do I want to have the most bounty?
Exactly.
I don't know. Need for Speed looked cool. We talked about all this already. Go back, listen to our E3 episodes. We covered everything. But it was a lot of fun. E3 was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it this way this year. Because last year, we tried to fit all of E3 into one episode.
That didn't work.
And it didn't work. No. I liked how we did it this year. I think live coverage is the way to do it.
That was good. I wish we had done that on ours.
Exactly. And like we were both watching it at the same time. And I was like, you should have at least come over. We could have watched it together. But like live coverage is so much more fun.
I would have, but my truck kind of
pooped out. Yeah. All right. Well, that really covers E3. I think we've beat that horse enough. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's talk about what games we're playing.
What games are we playing?
All right, Adam, you want to go first?
Why not? So for the most part, I was traveling. So before I left, I played Smash Bros. On the Wii U, and then like in the car and up there, I played on the 3DS. I've been working on this combo with Captain Falcon, and it'd be amazing if I can get it. Do you played Smash 4 with me a couple times? Do you know what the footstool mechanism is?
No. What is the footstool?
So if I think Smash 4 is the first to do this. If you jump on your opponent in the right way, it's called a footstool. They kind of fall downward for a bit, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's a bunch of characters that have combos with this, but Captain Falcon's is one of the best and is the most fun. So what you do, it's called the infinite to knee. You know what Captain Falcon's knee is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you footstool your opponent, and then either right when they hit the ground or right before you dump. That launches them back up in the air, which lets you footstool them again. This only works on certain characters, but if you can get it, it's amazing. So basically, it's just a constant footstool down air until they're at a certain percentage, and then you knee them, and there's no way they can get out of it, and it's amazing.
Is it hard to pull off?
It depends. Like it's like you can only do it on certain characters, and then I think the way that they fall is different with certain characters. You kind of have to watch it, and then the percentages are different with certain characters too.
I gotcha. I don't know. Is it how much practice have you had to put into it?
It's been pretty interesting. Starting it is honestly the hardest thing because you have to figure out how to get it going. Like, do you get a down air on your opponent? Do you footstool them first, or do you up air them, which then lets you footstool them? It's weird.
I gotcha. Sounds like
But
fun
it's so satisfying to do.
though. It sounds very rage-inducing.
It is.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah, so this is a mobile game called Sword Art Online Memory Defrag. It's a pretty standard thing. It's got some multiplayer thing you can do, or just like side quests you can do. It's mainly just you going through the story of the anime. You wouldn't really like this if you're not a fan of the anime, but I like it because I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of anime in general. I don't know. I liked it when I was a kid, but now I just can't. I don't know. I don't like it.
You've got to get the right one. If you get the wrong anime, it can be pretty bad.
There's some weird goddamn anime out there, dude. It's
Oh,
weird.
you have no idea.
Anyway, we can talk about that for days.
Yeah.
Just no one Google weird anime.
I know the first one that will pop up. Please don't Google that.
All right, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now. Weird anime. Here we go.
Oh, don't do it. Mike, please.
All right, Adam. IGN has an article on the 21 weirdest animes.
Why?
What is this? Do you want to guess what number 1 is?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I don't want to be the one that says it.
All right, let's just see. I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom of the list here. The fuck? There's one called Cat Soup.
I've never heard of that, but
What
that sounds...
What the hell is that? Cat Soup. After accidentally ripping her ill sister's soul in half in a tug-of-war fight with death, the cat Ninjata must retrieve the other half. Ninjata and his brain-dead sister journey through a disturbing world of death and magic and commit some murder along the way.
All right, then.
All right, psychopaths. All right, here we go. Last one is Polar Bear Cafe.
Never heard of that one.
An anime series about talking animals running a restaurant. Sounds like a pretty ordinary anime premise. But what's bizarre about this is specifically how normal and mundane it is. It's like Seinfeld, but with endangered species instead of New Yorkers.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. All right. Anyway, that was an interesting sidetrack. Anyway. All right.
Anyways, back to video games.
I'm glad IGN is doing all the hard work and suffering themselves through that instead of me. Anyway, all right, Adam, you deserve a round of applause, sir, after collecting every Korok seed. Yes, Korok seed.
I have finally done it.
What did it take to collect all 900? Other than going like numb, like just going brain dead.
So the guidebook, the official guidebook that you can buy for the game, it comes with a map. On one side, it labels every shrine, tower, and location, like stables or other locations. And on the other side, it labels the location of every Korok seed and where you can name every location. I used that map to find all the Korok seeds, but here's where the terrible part comes in about how I got all 900 Korok seeds. So I go through and I get all 900 Korok seeds, except in Hyrule Castle, because Hyrule Castle is a 3D map, so the mini map's basically useless, so I knew I would have to look up a video on that.
Okay.
So I'm standing outside of Hyrule Castle. I count up the ones I already have in Hyrule Castle and how many I have left. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm a couple short. So I go back through the map and I found a couple that I missed. I then look up a video and get the ones in Hyrule Castle. And when you fast travel, it displays the number of Korok seeds you have. I had 899. The entire map of Hyrule, and I only missed one of these fuckers.
All right. So eventually you found which one you missed. How long did it take?
A while, because I went back through that map twice. I looked up stuff on like game FAQs and Reddit. The most commonly missed Korok seeds I had already gotten. So then I have to go back through and watch hours of footage on YouTube of this guy going through and individually finding every Korok seed, There were like 15 videos that were like half an hour each. I didn't find it till halfway through the last video.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Adam, all right, you poor soul. I had to congratulate you for your I guess stamina and determination.
And see what it was so stupid. It was so on the map in the guidebook it labels Korok seeds in different colors and shapes based on what it takes to get it.
Okay.
This was a blue circle, which means natural hiding spot. So what it was on a crease of the map, which made it hard to see in general. Plus it was over a river. So it camouflaged the blue with the blue river plus the crease, so I missed it.
Wait, so where was it?
It was on a I forget what it's called, but it was a bridge. It was kind of to the right of Hyrule Castle.
I gotcha. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up a map, see if I can't. Which one? Oh shit, dude! There's a ton of these shitheads.
Let's see. I have the map right here.
All right, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at a map of. There's so many of these. We're gonna spin. We're gonna make.
It's called Ribone Bridge.
Okay, and it's like, which bridge is it? I don't know.
If you look at Hyrule Castle, look kind of to the diagonal right.
Okay.
On Hylia River.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay. Dude,
Yeah.
there's so many of these things. I feel sorry for the guy who had to go through and put all these in.
Oh yeah, that's a thing there. It's like I think I saw a meme about this. Is like, if you feel useless and your life has no meaning, remember somebody had to program all 900 of those Korok seeds.
Yeah. That's a lot of Korok seeds. But congratulations. This is quite the achievement, man.
I only wish I could enjoy it.
I also noticed there's no Korok seeds on the island. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, they were nice enough not to put any on Eventide.
Well, congratulations, Adam. You officially wasted a bunch of hours of your life trying to get Korok seeds.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share this week?
What was also annoying is I have 99.91% completion on this, and I cannot for the life of me find that 0.09 that I'm missing.
Wait, what the hell? You know what? It has to be. No, it's not. It can't be a math error. What would you have missed? Is that hard mode? If you beat hard mode, do you get 0.09%?
No, because what it is, the only thing that counts towards this 100% thing is if you do the bulk of it is Korok seeds. Korok seeds is like 72% of it.
Oh, damn.
So you do Korok seeds, the divine beasts, the shrines, and all of the locations that you can name. So I was going back through. I found some locations that I didn't name, so I go back through and I get them all, and it still says only 99.91%. So I looked this up, and there was a guy on like either Game FAQ or Reddit. He had the exact same problem, and everyone's like, "We have no idea, dude." So I'm like, it's got to be a location, but I checked through the map, and I got every location.
Is it the hidden temples?
No, I got those.
I don't know, because I remember other people complaining about this. I think Jocelyn over at the Gamers In podcast, she was complaining about this as well. Or was it Ryan? I'm not
I
sure.
have no idea what it would be.
Interesting. Well, all right. Well, you figure that out and let us know.
As a matter of fact, I will reach out to you, dear listener, if you know this predicament and you have the solution. Please email us at collegegamershow@gmail.com.
Yes, if anyone out there knows, that would be quite interesting. All right. So for a busy week, I still managed to. Sorry. All right. For a busy week, I still managed to play lots of games. Actually, so lately I've been wanting to play games of Cammy more. You know, like some split screen stuff because we haven't really, like on PC. Local co-op games are kind of rare, and even then, the good ones are even rarer. So I really looked around. I had a friend from work recommended Castle Crashers. It's an older game, but dude, it's fun. It's kind of the art style is very unique. And it's a cooperative brawler, and the map reminds me of like Mario Party, where you can go from like site to site. And what happens is you play knights. And in the beginning of the story, like the princesses are stolen, so you have to go through the map. You have to fight these bosses. Every locations unique. Like you're always finding new enemies, new items.
Okay.
Like even bosses have like these personalities. Like you just kind of like build a backstory in your head for them. Like it's a really imaginative game. And even though the gameplay itself can be repetitive, the game's always giving you new challenges, so it's always entertaining.
Okay.
And it's really fun because like it's a lightweight game, so I'll hook it up to a projector and like plug some Xbox controllers in my laptop, and we'll just play in the living room. It's been really nice. Also, all right, it's a good thing Tats in here because he's gonna yell at me for this one. All right, I'm just gonna mumble it into the microphone. All right, I picked up. All right, I picked up Tamriel Online. I'm playing Tamriel Online. All right. Hopefully he didn't hear that.
Is that bad?
Yeah. All right. So for the longest time, we have raged against Tamriel Online because we don't want a multiplayer game. We want single player content. I want to be the goddamn Dragonborn again, man. But we haven't gotten that because they've been giving a lot of attention to other Bethesda IPs. You know, hence the new Wolfenstein game, Fallout 4. We have nothing about a new single player Elder Scrolls game, but the Morrowind expansion hit not too long ago. Like I think almost like 3 weeks now. It's been a while since we've been able to talk about what games we've been playing, and it's like everyone in my little circle, like especially the other like video game podcasts I listen to, they've all been like going on about how great it was. So I was like, all right, in secret, where no one can see me, I'm gonna buy Tamriel Online and see how I like it, and it's been fun. I really enjoyed it. They all right. So when I first got on the game, there's only like 5 classes, and I'm like, hold up, I'm from World of Warcraft. We got like 12 classes, 34 races, 70 talent trees each. Like we got an infinite amount of things. But as I've played on, I've noticed that what they lack in classes, they make up for in the amount of customization you've been able to keep. Even though it's an MMO, you can still customize your character a great deal. You can still choose your specializations. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm playing a Warden, which is the new class from the Morrowind expansion, and I've really enjoyed it because I'm playing a healer. I decided to go healing because it's kind of like no one likes to play support, so the queue times for dungeons is low. And I really enjoyed healing in WoW, so I was like, all right, let's draw some comparisons here. And I like healing in Tamriel Online, but I really enjoyed it because it's an active healing. In World of Warcraft, I have an add-on called Healbot, where I can just like use a combination of hotkeys and clicking on Healbot, and I can use my different spells, and it turns World of Warcraft, the great MMO, into a game of just watching health bars, where Tamriel Online, a lot of my healing spells are focused in front of me, where they come out of my character in a cone. So they heal people. I'm actively having to change positions. I have to aim things. It's a very active healing compared to a more passive healing that World of Warcraft uses. And I've really enjoyed that because I'm not just standing around watching health bars. I'm watching health bars, but I'm having, all right, where is this character? I can use this spell. I have to time my area effect spell so that people, if I see someone jump out, I gotta quickly hit it because people are really bad about standing in my heal spells apparently. And it's been really nice, that change of pace. So I haven't paid too much attention to the story. I've been skipping a lot of dialogue because like I don't care. And it's been good. It's a good game. I like it.
Even though you were forbidden to play it by Taft.
Exactly. But it's been a lot of fun. There have been times where I'm playing it and I'm like, I kind of feel like going back to World of Warcraft. But I don't know. I want to get a character to max level just so I can experience all of it and see what, like, because like in an MMO, most of your time is spent in game unless you just like level alts. But for a majority of players, in game is where it's at, and I want to experience that before I really give the game like a grade on how much I like it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see what that's like, and I'm level 20, and I think the max level is 50, but they have some like prestige system where even though if you hit max level, you can keep going. It's weird. All right, one last game. So I mentioned I was on Zombies Ate My Podcast. They gave me a game for being on there called Zombies on a Plane. I was given this game for free for being on a podcast. So I didn't want to bash it too badly, but I'm not going to say it's a great game. It has 25% on Steam, and I was like, okay, let's just download it, see what it is. And it's fun. You play a guy, you're on a plane, you have to fight zombies up and down the aisles. You can defend the cockpit, you can do straight survival, you can defend the inside of the plane, you can defend the outside of the plane, so you're like walking around on the plane fighting zombies. It's a lot of fun. But the replayability really isn't there. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. What really mattered to me was, okay, I went into Ryan's profile. I was like, okay, he gave me this game, but I need to play more of this game than him so I don't feel bad. He put 36 minutes in. I put 37, so I felt good about myself. But it's not too bad. Like if I wanted to play a zombie game, I might just put it on my laptop and play it. Like the
Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's not too bad. Like I don't know why people hate it so much on Steam. It's not buggy. The combat's okay. It has a cool mechanic where you can like shoot limbs off of zombies and they'll keep coming at you.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was a cool little touch to the game. So it shows there was passion put into it. But yeah, just a little. I put 37 minutes into it today. It was fun. And I think that's a show.
I think so.
I think we're done here, Adam. Where's my mouse? There it is. You know what? Before we get out of here, let's just check if any of you dear listeners to send in an email this week. Loading up the email now. Nope, nothing. All right. Well, you know what? If you want to send us an email and we'll read it on the show, answer your questions, you can send it to us at it's just collegegamershow@gmail.com. Sorry about that. You can find me on Twitter at Bluecowz with a Z, BLUECOWZ. Adam's Twitter is
Smooth Dog 5.
Sounds good. You can find us on Facebook, the College Gamers Podcast Facebook page. While you're there, you can find our Discord link and hit us up on Discord. Been spending a lot of time on that. It's been a lot of fun. We talk about the new Overwatch map. It's a good place to be. You can find us on YouTube at Mike Gallant because Google Plus is stupid. Adam, I tried changing that to something cool like Blue Cow, but because all my accounts are linked, when I changed the YouTube account to Blue Cow, my personal email name changed to Blue Cow, and I was like, I don't want this, so I had to change it back. So yeah, it's now Mike Gallant. Go look it up. And I think it's a show.
I think so.
All right. Well, again, before we get out of here, you should go check out Zombies Ate My Podcast. It was a lot of fun. And Adam, you have a good week, sir. We will.
You as well.
Remember, everyone, no show next week because I'll be at Nertacular, but we'll have the interview with Kyle Ferguson posted. And the week after that, maybe we can do something on Monday or Tuesday. We'll figure it out when I get back. Hopefully, I'll have a phone by then. All right, and that's true. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah, how far will you be driving?
It's a 26-hour drive. I think it's a little over, 16,000 miles. Not 16,000, 1,600 miles. I don't know. You know what?
You, sir, are dedicated.
It is. You know what? And it's going to be awesome because we're driving up there, but then we are going to camp the way back down. So we're going to go to Grand Staircase National Park, San Juan National Forest, Clear Lake, which is a designated dark site where we can see the Milky Way. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah. All right. That's a show. And thank y'all for listening again. And we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Later.
This has been a Blue Cow Radio production. Find more at bluecowradio.com.
Moo motherfucker.